Hello, everyone. This is Nicholas Luna, the host of the Practical Entrepreneur Show, a show that shares local entrepreneur stories about their journeys and success about being a small business owner. And welcome back to the show, everyone. This is episode number 33 with Julia with Body Molding and Face. So we're wrapping up to the end of this season. I've got 2 more episodes after this one, and we're going on a little hiatus into the end of the year, and we'll start back up in January because open enrollment is around the corner, and I am extremely busy. But I hope you enjoy this episode with Julia. This person dropped out of high school at 16 and a half, knew what she wanted to do, went to a tech school, and has been working in her business ever since. Sit back and enjoy. So, as you can tell, I'm starting.
Okay.
But do you see La Reina de Body Molding? She is sitting in the chair with a lion. So please let us know who you are, a little bit about yourself, and when you're not in here, what's your favorite pastry?
Okay, so my name's Julia Pacheco. I'm 27 years old. I started my own business about 5 years ago. And I basically just wanted to make a difference in, people's lives or women. And I started doing this when I was about 17 years old.
Okay.
So it was like my first job and the first thing I ever learned how to do.
Oh, wow.
And I really liked, doing it. So, and I saw the difference on clients, and I just, decided to take the path. There you go.
There you
Okay.
go.
I just decided to, keep it up and keep doing this, what I do. And I really like it.
Okay. Now you said this is your first job.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So before we get into that, he didn't answer the important question. What's your favorite pastry?
I really don't have one.
So are you a sweet person or like a salty person? Like, do you like pizza or do you like cupcakes? Or do you like tacos?
I'm more of a sour person.
Oh, okay. Do you like Sour Patch?
Yeah, there you go.
What's your favorite flavor?
Strawberry, for sure. Yeah.
I know growing up as a kid, do you remember the Crybabies?
Yo, the crybabies, yes.
Those are my favorite. I think those are the ones that gave me my cavities.
Oh, I used to have those all the time.
And the little teardrops, right? In the little box?
Well, I used to have the cone ice cream, the crybaby one. So
Oh, really?
I would just wait for the ice cream truck and be like, "Oh, I want a cone, baby, crybaby," and So
Oh,
yeah,
wow. I never had the ice cream.
No, it comes in a cone and it's really soured and it's really good. So
Oh,
you should
okay.
try it.
I'm going to try it now that you say it, but I don't think I've ever had. I have sour yogurt, which is the tart
Oh, okay.
from Yogurtland.
Oh, okay.
So, but I've never had an actual a cone that was sour.
Try it. It's good.
You started this. This was your first job, so you must have started when you were in high school.
Well, I actually dropped out of high school.
Okay.
So I dropped out when I was in the 10th grade.
Okay.
And since I didn't pass one grade, which was second grade, I was always older than everybody in my class. So in 10th grade, I told my mom, you know what? I don't want to go to school. Like, I'm done. I would literally go to high school, park in the parking lot, and go to sleep. So it was just a waste of, I don't know, my time or I don't know whose time, but I was really not going to school. So I told my mom, you know what? I want to go to school, and I already know where I want to go. And I know that you could be 16 and a half as long as you sign for me, and I could start. It was it's a tech school. It's called UEI.
Got it.
Back in those days, they would let you do that. Now they don't. I know they're very strict now. But I started the program when I was 16 and a half for medical assistant.
Got it.
And after that, my mom's like, okay, so you don't want to go to school. So she went to sign the papers, and she's like, okay, we're leaving to Mexico, so she's not going to be coming to school no more. So she told the school, I was leaving.
Okay.
And she signed for me, and she enrolled me into the UEI program for the medical assistant program. And I started, and I would go from 5 to 10 p.m. And in the morning, I would work in a it was like a warehouse kind of bagging organic tea.
Okay.
So my mom told her boss, you know what? My daughter doesn't want to go to school. she wants to work. Can you hire her? And he was like, yeah, tell her to start tomorrow at 7 p.m. All right. So I started the next day, and I just started working and going to school at 16 and a half.
Oh, wow. You don't really hear that nowadays where I mean, I think, not at least finishing high school, right? Like going to college and getting your college degree or, getting your AA is not really necessary, but high school sometimes is a little kind of standard, at least to get some sort of a job, right?
Yeah.
But you were able to do it without it, and because you already knew what you wanted to do. So school was just wasting your time.
Exactly.
So you just kind of wanted to get to the point and do what it is that you wanted to. Wow.
And I was a little troublemaker, so at some point my brother went to jail, and at that point I was like, you know what, I can't continue this. Like, I have to do something for myself. And all my friends were older than me. Like, I was 16 and all my friends were like 20, 18. So I was the young one in the crowd.
Okay.
And they all had cars and they were driving, and, and I wanted to be in that level.
Got it.
So I was like, you know what? And I would think, and one of my good friends told me, you know what? The school I'm going to, if you're 16 and a half and your mom signs, you could start. And I was like, okay, this is the way to go. And I told my mom, I'm not going to go to school no more. So, and my mom, I guess she decided to like help me out because she knew I was like going through the wrong path,
Okay.
I was like hanging out with the wrong people, doing the wrong things. So she was like, you know what? All right. And then everything just changed from there. Like, my life just went like 360. Like, it was like a big change for me. They hired me at Sculpture Body, which was my first employment. And I was 17 and a half when I started there. So we started doing like the body molding treatments, and that's where I learned. And they showed me, they took us to school there, and it was like a whole training working at the same time.
Okay.
So I just started, and that's why a lot of clients ask me, oh, why are you so young and you have a business? I'm like, because I was stubborn. I don't know. I guess that's why.
Very nice. Now, and technically, would you consider yourself like a masseuse, or is it completely different what you do from what a massage therapist does?
It is completely different, I could say.
Okay.
Because we've had massage. We're all massage therapists here, but we've had regular massage therapists that come and try to work in the pace we work, and they're not able to do it. So, it's something that you either have to learn to like, or mentally want to be in a place where you were gonna you want to look pretty, basically.
Got it.
Because if you're just there just to work, it's not something you're gonna like. It's not something for you.
Okay, now let's go ahead, because I'm not quite clear what your business is, and just explain it so that way someone who has no idea is walking in here for the first time. What would you say to a female who comes in here for the first time, like what they can expect from being a customer here for bodybuilding?
The first thing I ask them is like, what is it that they're expecting? What is it the results they want in their body? What is it that they want to mold? Or what is it that they want to get rid of? Like, I need to know that information, because some clients are like, oh, I want this, I want that. But it's like, sometimes you just have to be really like mindset. There you go. Yeah. Mindset of what you want to look or how you want to look. Because a lot of clients come and they're like, oh, I don't know. So we kind of have to go through it and explain that what we do here is basically to reduce inches. Okay. It's not to lose weight. It's to reduce inches, reduce volume, look much slimmer. Our clients, they lose from 9 to 15 inches in 5 sessions. So it's a lot of inches. A lot of inches.
Is that like overall?
Overall, yeah.
Okay.
Overall. So, we just try to understand the client. We offer free consultations, so we could go over all those points with the client.
Got it. Now, if there were, say, for a woman, right, where she comes in here and says, like, I want to buy like Kim Kardashian, would that something that you guys can do?
No. No.
Dang it.
And you know what? We try to be very honest with our clients, because that's a very sensitive subject for a lot of clients.
Okay.
A lot of clients want to have that big butt or have that tiny, tiny little waist. And that sometimes it's impossible, you know?
Got it.
So I tell my clients, and we're very honest about what we do here. And we try not to, like, you know, give that kind of hope to a client.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, because I know now with social media being what it is, I feel like there's a little bit more pressure for women to kind of look a little bit like an average day woman, you know, can be a model through Instagram, and, you know, sometimes their self-esteem could be affected if they don't get a lot of likes, you know.
Yeah.
Have you seen your business get more popular now that social media's been growing, or has it always been consistent since you started?
You know what? When I started from home.
Okay.
In a little room. And I remember when I started, the reason why I got motivated to do it on my own was because where I used to work at, they used to be very unfair. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to move on and try it on my own.
Okay.
So in 1 month that I started doing it, in 1 month I got like 15 clients.
Okay.
And
what year was this?
This was 2014, I think.
Oh, wow. So 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I think for me, like, I've always been busy. I've always had, you know, the flow of the clients, and they trust me, they refer me. So I've always been consistent with my clients.
Okay. So it doesn't, like, social media didn't make you, so it hasn't gone, I guess your business didn't, like, I don't want to say this word, but it's the only word I could think of, like, blow up because of social media. It's always been pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's helped, but it hasn't blown up because I've already had most of my clients that I have, they're referrals. Like,
okay.
you know, I do have some influencers that come, and some of my clients, you know, they are from those influencers, but it's very minimal amount of people.
Got it.
Most of the people are like, oh, I got referred. So
okay.
It's a referral mostly.
Got it. Cool. Because I'm kind of in the referral business also for health insurance. You know, it's a lot of, you know, I do market myself, and social media has helped, but I guess in the Latino world, we have this word called chisme.
Chisme.
And the chisme is strong and real
Yeah.
when it comes to referrals.
Yeah.
So cool. So how long have you been in this particular location in Downey?
I've been here for 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah. It took me the whole year to do the construction and to, you know, the permits and everything. Downey is a little strict, but we've been, you know, open like 2.5 years.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Very cool. Now, are most of your clients from the city of Downey? Or are they from all over, like East LA? I mean, the east part of LA or Long Beach?
We have clients even coming up from like the San Bernardino County.
Oh, wow.
So I have clients that tell me, please open up over there something. And I'm like, yeah, those are the plans. But I have clients Riverside, San Bernardino, Fontana. And they come 2 times a week, driving all the way from over there.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, there's places over there, but they trust me so much, or they trust the referral, that's why they choose to drive that 45 minutes and, you know, come all the way over here.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's all right. You're good. No, you're good.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jessica, there's someone in the sauna. I'm sorry about that.
No, it's all right. I made a clap so I can catch the sound.
Okay.
So customers drive 45 minutes. And you said because they trust a referral,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, I was going to ask you, because in LA, I always think traffic. Whenever when those clients come, like from referrals, do they come in times where it's not so busy? Or do they come during like after work?
No, they usually come when it's not busy, like in the morning.
Okay.
So they don't come with traffic and they don't leave with traffic. So they try to come in that time where, you know, it's a good time to come and go, you know, easy.
Okay.
45 minutes to come, 45 minutes to go, and that's it.
Gotcha. So I know that you partner up with TFL, plug,
Yes.
for a workout plan, and the workout is called post-op.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, the post-op, basically, we created that for clients that have done surgery and that they want to maintain their results. After a surgery, clients, basically, they come and they do their lymphatics, but then 6 months later, they probably gain the weight. So, we want to maintain those results. And by maintaining those results is eating better, working out, and basically, doing your treatments, your massages, instead of going back and getting another surgery. So that's the whole plan of the 6-week program, to help them, maintain the results once they already went through it. It's very painful, and we don't want them to go through that painful process again. So another choice is going to the gym, eating better, and doing the sculpting.
Okay. Now, have you ever had a client who's had surgery, looked great, and then like 6 months, 8 months later, they kind of went back to how they used to be?
Yes, I've seen it. That's why when my clients come, I tell them, I make sure I put that point out there that surgery is not something that is forever. I have a doctor that comes here and he told me, if you get a lipo in 1 month, you could gain all that weight back in 1 month. All that lipo I did on you, you gain it back in a month with eating bad. So imagine if he told me that in 1 month, if you're eating horrible, then it's way possible in 6 months to be big or bigger than what you were.
In 1 month?
Yeah. So like I tell my clients, the lipos they'll mold you, they'll change your life, your self-esteem, but they could also destroy you and make you feel like, you're a totally different person if you gain the weight. You look like a totally different person. I've seen clients, so that's why I try to motivate them and tell them, you know what, keep it up. Now that you did it, you went through it, you were brave enough, now just keep it up.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. I'm very naive. I don't know much of it. Obviously, I've heard of the industry and things like that, but I never knew that it could be that they can gain it back that quickly.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I've seen people lose a lot of weight and then they gain it back. But I've also seen people, lose weight gradually, and then it's rarely, if it does come back, it's very slow. Mm-hmm. So for me to hear that, because I think a lot of this has to be a lot of mental, right?
Yes.
Because
mental.
If women get surgery, right, like, okay, I'm good, I'm skinny, right? Got a big butt.
Yeah.
Right? Big boobs.
Yeah.
I got a tummy tuck. I'm all good.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that mentally they have to maintain that, and they have to control their emotions when it comes to eating. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. The eating part is the drinking.
Oh,
especially.
The drinking.
I think most of the clients, they don't have a problem with the eating part. They have a problem with the drinking part.
Oh, okay.
And I understand that's hard because, you go out with friends and shot, and you shot, So, but I tell my clients, it's something that once you get it done, you have to mentally change your whole life. Like the way you eat, the way you do things, everything. You have to be a totally different person.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So cool. Wow. I kind of got my eyes just opened up. I'm just still in shock that someone can gain it back in 1 month.
Yeah. I had a girlfriend and she was before she even got her surgery, she was very she was petite. She was skinny, skinny legs, no butt. And then I seen her a couple of months later and she had already gained some weight. So she was like, I'm gonna go get another lipo. And she went to go get another lipo. And then she just gained more weight after that lipo. Now her butt is like Kim Kardashian's. Her legs are like two of mine. And so it's lipos could really either help you or deform you.
Oh, wow.
It's really nothing in between. Either you look good or you look bad. That's it. There's really nothing in between. And that's why I tell clients, when you get a lipo, fat starts to distribute in different ways, and it goes to your face, to your double chin, to your arms. It targets those areas.
Okay.
So that's why a lot of girls that do surgery, you could tell because they're either big from up here,
Yeah.
So, it's something that you just need to, just have in mind that surgeries, you have to be careful when you do surgeries.
Okay. Now, let's just say this is a female watching this, right? And she's getting ready for a wedding, which is a lot of women, right? Like, it's not a lot of women, but like most women, when it's like wedding time, it's like, oh, I gotta look good, right? Yeah. I want to look good.
Yeah.
Now, let's just say this female is like 30 pounds overweight. From your experience, what recommendation would you give them if they're walking here to try to look good for their wedding, but maintain that?
You know what? The recommendation I'll give them is to change. I mean, if they're coming here, is because they want to make a change.
Yes.
So, as soon as they come here, we start them off with a cleanse. So we literally start them off with a cleanse and have them change their way of eating, and we encourage them to work out.
Okay.
So that's what, right now, as we're speaking, we have clients that are in here right now, and she's going to get married, and I'm pushing her, to come 2 times a week, to sign up with Caesar and do her, her workout sessions. So, and she's like losing like 5 pounds every week. So
okay.
That is, I'm amazed. Like, I'm like, she's doing so good. So I try to help them out,
Okay. And me as a male don't understand a lot of this stuff. To me, like, I'm always, weight has never been that much of an issue for me. Yeah, I've had my panza and I have my love handles. My love handles have never gone away, but I also like to eat. But I can lose weight a lot faster than a female.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's more because I have more muscle on me and things like that. And I've never really gotten hurt when anyone's ever told me anything. But for women, weight is usually a sensitive subject. Correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So whenever someone comes in here and they're borderline obese, how do you go around, how are you able to deliver the message where you could be sensitive and not hurt them and encourage them?
When they come, I've had those cases. I've had clients that weigh up to 400 pounds.
Okay.
And it is very sensitive. And when you see them, the first thing I think is like, oh my God, how am I gonna not hurt her feelings? And, like you said, deliver the message that she needs to change the way she thinks, the way she does things. So basically we always try to, how can I say it? Deliver the way we explain the things to the clients in a way that clients don't get hurt.
Got it.
Like we, instead of saying fat deposit. So there are words or keywords that we use that we're not just gonna tell a client, oh, you're fat, or you're an obese, or no, we're just
tapino gordis.
Yeah, gordibuenas,
yeah,
más bien, right? So we just try to deliver, like you said, the information in a professional way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Do you have any male clients?
Yes, we do have male.
What do your male clients normally come in here for?
Their beer belly.
The panza.
The panza. And I say beer belly because they have it because of the beer, and
yes.
They all admit to it.
Dad bod is not in anymore. It's all about no panza and no beer belly. And how is it with the communication with the guys?
It's easier, I think.
Okay.
It's way easier because I guess because we're females, and they get a little shy here and there, but men don't care. They don't. To be honest, they don't. They're just like, oh, I'm fat. What can you do for me? That's it, It's like, okay, yeah. We could help you out,
Nice.
But they just come in like, I'm fat and I want to get rid of this, and what's up,
So you say for men, because now I'm curious, I might become a client of yours. Maybe I can finally get rid of my love handles. Of course, with diet and working out. What is your, I guess, typical treatment for a male?
For a male,
Customer.
basically it's the same thing as what we do for the female.
Okay.
Just that the male, they lose it much faster, of course. And they don't have to do too much, Like for the female, we have a cleanse that they have to do, and all this process. For the male, we don't. Like they just come in, we do the treatment, which is like the wood therapy, slim therapy, so different treatments we do, but it works much faster.
Okay. Very cool. Now, do you encounter any haters on either social media, on Facebook or on Instagram, as far as your type of business?
No. To be honest, like I've never had like anybody come at me in a disrespectful way or anything. I guess because we have pictures out there, and there are pictures clients send us, and it's before and afters, and the results are there. Like we don't sugarcoat nothing. Like we just upload them like that. So I guess people would just see that, and I've never had a bad comment or anything in social media.
Very cool, because I know, it's really easy for you to be mean on the internet.
Yes.
On any platform. I know, especially like YouTube. Instagram and Facebook, not so much, just a little bit. But like normally on YouTube is where they really kind of go at it. So I was just curious, just because I don't experience it a lot, but I've seen other businesses. So I just want to kind of see if you ever.
No, we're actually good.
Oh, nice, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't get a response from you, so I really want to make sure I get this, because my favorite food is tacos, In-N-Out, and pho, and then the last one is pizza. I know those aren't the best. If anyone's watching, Caesar, don't judge me. But after a long day, what are you doing to kind of relax? What are you eating? What are you watching? How does Julia relax?
I go home and I watch La Reina del Sur.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
And to be honest, like I just go work out with Caesar, go home, shower, and then I have it recorded already, and I'm just, go home and watch that. I don't even care of eating. Like I just go and watch La Reina del Sur, and that's it. Right now it's over, the season's over, but I'm like, oh, what am I gonna go watch now? Like what? That's the only thing I watch. So that's how I relax. Like I really don't watch TV. And my favorite food, let me answer that question before you ask me again and I avoid it again. I like sushi. Like that's my favorite food. Like sushi and seafood, like mariscos, picantes, like aguachiles. Like I like that kind of
nice
food.
Okay, now we got something here. Have you ever been to Sushi Loco?
Yes.
Oh, that place is
Sushi
bomb.
My favorite place is El Viejon. I don't know if you've ever been there.
What city?
It's in Linwood.
No, I've never been there.
It's so good. Like I really like their seafood. It's so fresh and it's not salty.
Okay. I've been to, you said it's in Linwood, right?
Yeah, Linwood.
I cut you off. What were you going to say?
No. I totally forgot.
Okay.
Go ahead.
One of my favorite, I don't know if you heard it, Cuatro Vientos.
Oh, Cuatro Vientos, yes.
Those fried shrimp tacos.
Olympic and, is it the one in
Olympic and Lorena? There's like 3 of them.
Yeah, in the same street. Yeah.
Right next to each other.
I've really been to all the seafood places. I see it on Instagram and I'm like, oh my God. So everywhere I've been, like I love seafood. Like my boyfriend, his family's from Sinaloa. So they eat a lot of seafood. Like pata de mula, ostionas, all that, ostiones. So I eat all that. And people are like, ew, girls don't eat that. I'm like, I eat that. So
people eat that?
Yeah, they're like, that's gross. I'm like, all my friends are like, it's gross. I'm like, no, it's good. I like it.
Got it. Now that we're on the topic of mariscos, when a woman had just had surgery, Because there's some like shrimp and oysters have a lot of cholesterol,
Yes.
which is kind of another form of fat. Is that something that you recommend not to eat, or are they okay to just do you recommend just to eat the fish and not the shrimp? Or I'm just trying to get kind of the mindset of like someone who's
if you suffer from cholesterol, you should definitely take care of yourself and don't eat it as much. I have cholesterol myself, and that's maybe because I eat a lot of seafood, because I really don't eat fried food. Like, I don't really care
Okay.
for fried food. But yeah, you should definitely take care of yourself,
okay.
But,
I'm just curious,
you
just
know.
because as I'm a Latino, I'm Mexican, I love mariscos. But I'm also aware of staying away from the mariscos that have a lot of cholesterol and sticking with the fish. And we just finished the 24-week plan. Were you in the 24-week plan, by the way?
No.
Okay. I learned how to make ceviche. I never dared to make ceviche in my life, but because of that book, I've learned to eat or learned how to make it, because there was a day that we could only eat fish. I don't know if you've ever made your own ceviche or not. Have you ever made your own ceviche?
Yes, all the time.
Okay. Now, let me ask you a couple questions, because this is really interesting. When you make your ceviche, what type of protein do you use? And do you make your own pico de gallo?
Okay, so basically, I really don't like too much pico de gallo. I just like pepino.
Ah, okay.
And sometimes I put cilantro just
Okay.
to have that taste. But we do like abulon. I don't know if you heard abulon.
Yes.
Okay, so we put abulon. We cook the shrimp, and then we put some raw inside of the mix. So that gives it a different taste.
Okay.
Also, when we're cooking like the shrimp, we mix the juice of the
When you cook from the cooked shrimp.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it gives it a way different taste. We also do like octopus. Of course, we cook it before putting it in there, and we just do that. What else do we put in there? Yeah, that's about it. And we just mix it. The key to it is the chipitin. Have you ever heard of chipitin?
No.
It's this kind of spice from a lot of people from Sinaloa use it. It's a really tiny little pepper.
Okay.
And it gives a flavor to it.
Okay.
So we put some of that, and we
Chipitin.
like that soy sauce, a little bit of soy sauce, and guacamaya. The guacamaya would definitely make the seafood.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, we just add. It's really good. I mean, like I said, my boyfriend's family is from Sinaloa, and I learned how to cook. Like, they eat seafood like once a week for sure. Like, once a week we have to eat seafood, and it's really good.
Nice. Now that I'm going to have to rewatch this just so I can get this recipe because I want to make my ceviche. I want to get better at it, and what you just told me seems like it's gonna be bombed
I should
out.
make something and let you try it.
Yes.
So you could see the mixture, and then that.
Sign me up.
You're like, I'm all there. Yeah. I mean, I learned it from my boyfriend, and to be honest, everywhere I go, they're like, oh my God, this is so good. Like,
nice.
Because my family's they're from Michoacan.
Okay.
So it's like we're a meat person over there.
Okay.
It's not about seafood or eating none of that stuff. So with him, I learned how to make a lot of like combinations and a lot of like, it's crazy. Like the things they make, like it's really good.
Nice. I'm from Guadalajara, so I grew up with a lot of enchiladas, mole.
Okay.
What else did I meant? Menudo, pozole, mariscos. We did eat mariscos. What we would do is when we would go to Baja California, we would buy them fresh, and then we would make them, and we would eat there versus going out to eat. So we hardly ever went out to eat when I was a kid, but we always made fresh seafood like that.
Oh, okay.
So getting back into business. Now, you had mentioned earlier that it took you a year to get all the permits and the construction of this particular building, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. How did you not give up when it took you almost it took you a year to even just open?
You know what? It's just so much money involved. Like after a certain point that you're just like, I have to keep going. Like I can, like you save, like I saved like for, I don't know, like 3 years to make this dream become true. So
Okay.
it was just like letting it go all just at once. It was very hard. So I just pushed myself, and every day I was like, I know it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good. And my first year that I opened, it was like wow. Like a lot of people say like, oh, your first year is gonna be slow. You're gonna be slow. Like my first year was the best year. Like I say, like it was worth it.
Okay.
You know, so I'm thankful that I actually was able to hang in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because normally, when things go rough, sometimes people quit.
Yes.
And you didn't, because you were already so invested, right?
Yes.
That's what kind of kept you going. Now that you've kind of already established because kind of business kind of goes up and down.
Yes.
Right? On those down months, what keeps you focused in making sure that you don't kind of lean towards that negative part, like where you don't want to do it anymore?
Well, I have 2 girls that work with me.
Okay.
And I know that they have families, they have little kids and stuff. And I think of them mostly. Like I think of them, and I see, that they have to go and feed their child, or and I think that motivates me. And I tell the girls, like, when we're slow, like what motivates me is you guys, because I don't want to have to fire one of you guys, or so I think that's my motivation to keep going.
Wow.
Like my employees, and making sure they're okay. Yeah.
Wow, that's the first time I've ever heard that. And it makes sense because I've heard it from other people, not particularly people that I've actually sat down with, that, once you have other mouths to feed, it becomes like different.
Responsibility.
Yeah,
it's
like
a big responsibility.
you're not responsible for them as an employee, but like their family, because that's their livelihood. Yeah. So that really can kind of keep you up at night. Now, being a business owner, I know comes with a lot of stress.
Yes.
How do you manage to deal with your stress and keep yourself sane so you're able to be a productive, business owner?
So I'm a business owner, but I also work in the back. So I help the girls out. And what helps me is working. Like for me, working helps me to not think. Sometimes I slack off on things that I really have to get done. But I mean, there are little things that I know sooner or later they're going to get done. So me being in the back, talking to clients and just laughing like Jessica is right now, having that kind of fun. So that kind of helps me to not to feel that stress so heavy on me.
Got it. Now that since you've been self-employed for most of your life, right?
Yeah.
Since you've been working, now that you're over the age of 26, how have you addressed your health insurance needs?
Well, I do have health insurance.
Okay.
I got it through a client that came here.
Okay.
And I got it I think it was 3 years ago.
Okay.
So I was 24, 25.
Okay.
So I didn't really understand so much about the importance of having a life insurance and all that. But once you become a business owner, then you think of, a lot of things. And, there's a lot of important stuff. And even though us young people that were in our 20s, we don't think it's important. But what this girl told me is if you have insurance in your car, why wouldn't you have insurance on yourself? You're the most important. I'm like, you know what? It's true. I'm like, so I do have life insurance. The other day, this lady came by and she was looking through my insurance because I guess she was selling insurance. So I guess my insurance is those insurance that fluctuate.
Okay.
And I didn't know. And I'm just thinking, she's I don't know. She explained a lot of things that I didn't know. And I was like, damn. And I've been thinking about it. I need to change insurances. But I haven't done it. And I know it's important to do it when you're young because then they go higher. So,
well, life insurance, yes. I don't do life insurance. I do more health.
Oh, health insurance.
Health insurance.
I went the opposite direction.
Yes, you went to life. I understand life is important.
It's important.
But I'm talking about health.
Health insurance. You know what? I do not have health insurance. I'm gonna be very honest. I don't have it, and the reason why, I don't know why, because we should say lagging it.
Yes.
Or that's the word to say it.
Yeah.
But it's just one thing, like I said, one thing and another, like being here, being busy, like sometimes I leave that to the side. I don't think it's important because I feel like I'm never going to get sick, but it could happen.
Yes.
So, I mean, I know that's something important, but I haven't taken care of.
I'm here to tell you that your health insurance is important. How are you over here taking care of these girls and you don't have health insurance?
I know, right?
What if you get sick?
Yeah.
Now, it's different, like I understand, like being in business, you're busy, right? You're not thinking about all this stuff, but always have to sit back and kind of give you some me time. Now, I know sometimes a lot of people who are business owners tend to be like a leader, or they're the ones that make things happen, call the shots, but sometimes you need someone to kind of fall on. Who is your person that you can fall on when Julia's having a bad day?
When Julia's having a bad day, I really just try not to fall on nobody because I get in a very bitchy mood. So I just try to stay away from people,
Okay.
And it sucks to say it, but when I'm having those bad days, my boyfriend's like the person I don't want to see.
Oh, wow.
And that's messed up, right?
Yeah.
But I tell him, I don't know why. I think it's the hormones. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just try to go home and relax.
You don't have like a person that you can call. Like, I know for myself, I have about 2 to 3 people. Like, whenever I have a win, like I share that win, and whenever I have a loss, I share it also, because it's not always about wins. I think being in business, you deal with a lot more L's than you do W's.
Yeah.
So, do you have someone that you can go to? Who's your life support? Like, do you have a comadre?
I don't have a comadre. And I guess because I started just thinking of how to grow my business and how to, make everything better. I have stayed away from a lot of people. So I just really don't have friends. I guess the person I fall back into is my boyfriend. Like, not when I'm in the bitchy moods, but in those times, I go, it's like, anybody else with their partners, you want to share those kind of things with them. Yeah.
Cool. Along this journey, can you say that there were key people that kind of either kept you motivated or helped you along the way to get to this position?
I want to say my boyfriend did. I actually started from his house.
Okay.
Since he had like 2 extra bedrooms at his home. So he let me like start my business at his house. And, I grew up there. So, and that helped me because he didn't charge me rent or bills, nothing. So I was able to save and, make it happen. So, yeah.
Very cool. That is a big difference. Not having to pay rent or any type of bills when you're actually working, you're still able to turn a profit. That's pretty awesome. You should thank your boyfriend.
Yeah.
You should be less bitchy with him.
Yes. I don't know. I tell him, I don't know why, if it's the hormones, but it's just him. I'm like, and I feel bad because of those reasons, because I'm like, and he tells me when we get in big fights, he's like, sometimes boyfriends tend to throw things in your face.
All the time.
All the time.
I do it. I'm guilty.
So, but I thank him. I'm very thankful for him. And we are getting married in 2 months. So.
Oh, so he's your fiance. You've been calling him your boyfriend this whole time?
Don't let him see this.
No respect. No respect.
Yes. Oh my God. No respect. No. Oh, yeah. Did I break it? No.
No, you're good.
No. Okay, good. Oh. Hopefully he doesn't see this.
Dang. No respect for the boyfriend.
Fiance,
meaning fiance.
Yeah. Yes.
I know.
He's
my
gonna
fiance.
Kill me if he,
my fiance does that to me too. She'd be like, "Oh, my boyfriend. It's my boyfriend." I'm like, "Let me see your ring." And I'm like, "No, I'm your fiance." I'm like, I think I earned it, right? And future husband and whatever. But nice. So
Yeah.
let's
he's my
move to your
Let's
fiance.
make that clear.
So
Yeah.
I got you, fiance. I got your back.
Yeah.
You're still relatively young, but now that you've experienced just started your business and things like that, is there anything that you wish you knew when you first started that you know, not that you now know, or was everything did everything kind of work out kind of smooth?
Everything kind of worked out pretty smoothly. Like,
Okay.
I've known the business for a while. I worked in I worked in 2 different spas, and I was at the first one I was a supervisor, and the other one I used to run the whole spa.
Okay.
So I kind of like already knew everything, how like the paperwork, from paperwork to working in the back. So I think everything just run very smoothly with
Okay.
the whole process and everything. Yeah.
When you, what have been some of your challenges, I guess, in growing your business? Have there been any challenges, or have everything been pretty
No,
good?
there has been. I actually, when I was gonna open up, I had a business partner,
Okay. Go ahead.
and things just didn't work out. I come from from a humble family, I
Yes.
could say, and some people just get things easy, and they think life is easy when it's really not. I have struggled in a lot of aspects of my life, and I think that's why I'm where I'm at now.
Okay.
And it was very hard at the beginning, but I was able to like concentrate and just move forward, and learn from my own mistakes, and just keep going.
Got it. What's your 5-year? Do you have a 5-year plan? Where do you see
Yes.
yourself in 5 years?
I want to open another spa, San Jose, and maybe Fontana, because I get a lot of requests from those areas. So from 5 years from now, I want to at least have like 2 more spas open.
Very, very nice. Thank you so much for letting me be here, record here. You have a nice little setup here.
Thank you.
We may have this set up in the future because this tree is or this little plant here is just the best.
It's just everything. Huh?
Any last words you want to give to anyone that either wants to be a customer of yours, or maybe is inspiring to start their own business? Because I know being in business is hard, but being in business and being a woman is a little bit harder.
Yes. I just want to tell the people that that want to open a business is not to give up, because there's gonna be a lot of downs and ups throughout the way. But if it's something that you want to do, don't let nobody tell you you can't do it.
Okay.
So I think that's just the main. And like you said, being a woman, and even if you're young, I mean, anything is possible. It's just, focusing on what you want, and just don't lose focus, because it's really easy to lose focus. And I attempt to do it all the time. Even Caesar is always like, concentrate. And I can't, because I'm thinking too much. I'm like I'm going crazy. But, it's just focus, and, just go straight forward with your plans.
Nice.